All right. Now, the first three steps have given us the platform to speak with this client on a level that we can bring up the pain. All right. So, what do I mean by agitating that pain? Okay. What agitating that pain? What, you evil? You got to purposely hurt? No, we're really helping the person by magnetizing, making it bigger, making that pain more apparent. That's what I mean by agitate that pain. For example, if the client is not making enough money in their business, okay, um, a deeper question could be, well, what impact does that have on you? What impact does that have on your social life? Oh, I haven't got enough to do this. I haven't got enough to do. What impact does that have on your social life? I can't. Do you see what I mean by agitating the pain? What impact does that have on your life? Having that pain, not making enough money in your business, right? Or working in a job that doesn't inspire you with people that don't inspire you, right? What does that what impact does that have on your mental health, on your social life? Well, my social life, I can't, I've got to travel to work. You know, do you see what I mean, guys? We're making that pain agitate, right? Are you with me? Okay. It's got to be conducive to what we're speaking about, to the problem that you can solve. You know, for example, with Billion Dollar Closer, we can solve the problem of location, time, freedom. So working in a job that doesn't inspire you, we can help them with that. So that's the pain that we'll focus on. You know, and what happens when you want to take a holiday, spend some time with your family? Oh, I've got to ask permission. Well, you can't just spend time with your family. No, I've got to go to work. I've got to travel. So we're agitating that pain. Are you getting this, guys? Are you getting this? Because we will go deeper into this on the training, but I want everyone on this VIP session to come away with knowing that the first three steps allows us to qualify, bring out the pain and the gain. Okay? Pain more importantly, because that will bring change. Thank you, Jamila. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Nathan. Now, once the pain is agitated, last sentence here on this slide, future pays the pain. Now, what do I mean by that? Again, guys, this is very psychological. And this is probably one of the most powerful mindset strategies you can have with a client. Okay? Because once you've agitated that pain and the client's gone deeper into the pain and has gone, oh, you know, I'm going to have to travel to work. I've got to ask permission to take time off work, and he won't give me time off to see my kids play football. Something like that. I've heard this before, by the way, right? So by agitating that pain, the client goes deeper. Future pacing that is once the client is there and he's agitated that pain, we put them into the future with that pain. And by simply saying, okay, imagine if you don't make a change now with this painful subject, if you don't make a change to that now, imagine what would life look like for you in 6, 12 months, even 5 years down the line. I'll say that again. If you don't make a change to this thing, this problem you have now, imagine what will life look like for you in 6, 12 months, or even 5 years down the line, right? A lot of times the client is with you. Remember, you're in rapport, you know, they're listening, and they're now imagining, right, that problem in 5 years' time. Imagine not making enough money in your business in 6 months, 12, 5 years, I'll be out of business. I'll be bankrupt, right? Ding, I've got to make a change now, right? Is this making sense, guys? Future pacing that pain once it's agitated, unique to the client. We never know what it is. It's always different, right? We've got to discover it first, and our questions will discover that. But then isolating that pain and saying, imagine what it'll be like in 6, 12 months, 5 years down the line. Guys, we've had people crying, breaking down, you know, crying, oh my God, saying, swearing, if that's not going to happen, right? That's not going to happen, right? Because in our minds, we're imagining this stuff as being real. Okay, we imagine this stuff and we get the feelings as if we're living it there now, right? As if we're there. We're 6 months or 12, we're broke now, and it's still, and what we've done here, it is visualization, Neil, absolutely. It's guided visualization to help them because they've got this problem. They're not making enough money in their business, right? If they don't make a change now, 6, 12 months, 5 years, right? They can't carry on. It's like banging your head against the wall, expecting a different result. You can't carry on the same way, expecting a different result. This is where the change happens in the client's mind. They'll think, wow, they'll see that visualization, like Naylor said, right? They'll see that and they'll think, oh my God, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make a change now, right? And again, guys, I've had tears. We've had people swearing, no, that's not going to happen. All right, well, let's talk about how we can help you not make that happen, how we can help, because coincidentally, we can fix that problem because we're talking about a problem that we can help them in the first place. And this is all guided with questions that are in the script or in the bot creation script that we've got for any campaign. Okay, guys, does this make sense? On the chats, the pain, isolating that pain, that subject. I'm not making enough money in my business. Okay, well, what impact does that have on you right now? Well, I can't do this, I can't do that, agitating, right? What impact does that have on your family, friends, social life? Oh, mate, it's awful, blah, 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 blah. Imagine if you don't change that 6, 12 months, 5 years down the line. What will life look like now? And they're like, no, I've got to make a change now. Does this make sense, guys? Yeah. Stella, you feel inspired to listen to people pop into the table. Well, that's what we do, right? We are doctors of selling. We don't go to a doctor and say, doctor, my knee hurts. And he goes, okay, take these pills, bye-bye. No, he'll prod around. He'll prod around. Tell me, when does it hurt? How did you do that? What impact does it have on this part of your leg here? Right? We're doctors of selling. We are solution providers, problem solvers. And we can't do that without understanding the problem. Okay. Yeah. Most rookies talk about, oh, you take this, you'll get this, you'll get that. What if you don't take it and you get stuck in a rut where you are now? And this is where future pacing, remember that term, guys, super powerful. Future pacing, you put the client with their problem in the future, imagining it, and they are like, no, I've got to make a change now. Who thinks that's powerful, guys? Who thinks this is powerful? Have you guys got this? Yeah? Because from frustration comes change. I'm not going to. Who thinks super powerful? Thank you, Kev. Yeah? Yeah, it is. It is. Guys, I've had people crying. And to be honest with you, I'm not being funny, but most of the people that cry buy. We have a saying, cry as a buyer, because, and that's respectfully, because, the emotion is so strong that we know, wow, that there's a change coming. Yeah. And it's so fulfilling when you help someone make that change 6 months, 12 months down the line, and they come back to you and you speaking still, and everything is much better because of you. You help them change their lives. Okay. So not only are we problem solvers, not only are we earning great money, but if we do this properly and we help people first, their needs before our needs, right? That's where the intuition comes in, because if you're solely focused on your client, the client will feel it, right? Like Alexandra, she's a great example of this. She's so focused on her clients. She cares so much about her clients, right? She does. And I taught her that. I got her listening to Zig Ziglar. I don't know if you guys know it. Zig Ziglar, check him out. Amazing sales professional. She is amazing. She cares so, and that you feel that, right? So always the client first, and always following this system, right? Now the questions that motivate the pain, they're in the script, okay? They take some time. You got to work them out. What problems do I solve? What problems do I solve? So now what questions can I ask to talk about these problems with my clients, right? Yeah. How can I agitate it? Yeah. Agitate, open it up. Bang. If you don't make a change to this 6, 12 months down the line, right? This is powerful. Who likes this, guys? Who likes this style of selling where we're actually caring about the person first and helping them realize that if they don't make a change, they're not going to go anywhere. They're going to be in the same freaking place, right? You like this? Who likes this? Kathy likes this. Denise Israel, thank you. Big me from Allison, thank you. Right? Only a few clients are willing to get out of the comfort zone, Stella, unless we help them, unless they trust us to guide them. Remember the first 3 steps. We've got unconscious rapport. We can guide them. Yeah. We know what problems we can solve and likely why they're there, not making enough money in their business, working in a job that doesn't inspire them. Right. We'll know this about our audience. So our questions, guys, going back to the qualification. You totally get this, Jamila. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Going back to why we're here, qualification. And again, I teach my closers. This part makes or breaks the sale. If you get the client agitating the pain, future pacing that pain, they're very likely to make a change with you. Okay? Make sense, guys? Cool. I hope you like that. Thank you, Kirsten. High five to you too. Naila, thank you. Right. Now, again, something that I've studied and then incorporated, monitored, and it works, right? Who here would like to go all the way for a presentation with 0 objections? None of that fighting the client. 0 objections. Who would like that? That would be great, right? And it is great. Because remember, you've got a super motivated client right now, right? Who you've been future pacing with the pain, right? Oh my God, that's got to change. And with the gain too. Imagine if you did make this change and everything was rosy 6, 12 months, 5 years down the line. Same process, future pace, powerful. They're now on the beach in Hawaii, right? Very powerful. If your product or service can do it, okay? Very important that we fulfill. Otherwise, this powerful stuff here, guys, we've got to use it for good, right? So we've got to make sure that everything we do, we can fulfill upon. Now, let's talk about blocking the